What's wrong
All
with you?
gens. Who only plays games on gens?
My favorite Sega Genesis game, Street Fighter 1.
Yep.
Who was that, Joe?
Bring him back. Bring him to Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
Wall punching dude. Yeah, it's a joke. I want another Street Fighter 1 character to come back.
Yeah, they do some pretty interesting things with them. So, as I understand it, this game is hot garbage?
No.
Oh, right. Oh god, I get to hear that for like 8 more times.
Well, if how much like doing show evil was like fucking like trying to do brain surgery in this game.
I love the amount of
It's not
teleporting they're doing. It's like the player push is like super extreme.
What's how much damage they? It's like people aren't going to be able to do these special moves consistently.
Oh yeah. God.
It's not a win quote; it's a lose quote.
So is this in America?
Music. This is Terry's stage. What a freaking rip-off!
Oh right.
Then they get hit by the Terry's train. This music.
There's like no sound balance here.
This is on the Switch. I own this on the Switch.
What?
No, it's part of the collection.
Oh, okay.
They were just like, I guess for history's sake, you know,
Yeah.
it's just a bomb, so, you know, it's not like...
Yeah, yeah.
No, I did not buy this individually.
I was just, it's like, why would this be available on the Switch? But yeah.
Motion controls.
I can't.
Oh, right.
I can't look at these sprites and not laugh.
You know, even without that, they're still pretty funny.
Yeah. Like, that's Ryu.
You've been. You know, I thought it was weird that when in Street Fighter 4, when you know, all the characters had English dubs, but I guess he was speaking English at the start here. Alright. Does they have a different voice in Japan?
I was wondering, yeah, was that dubbed or not? Because back in the time when they would do that sort of thing just because.
I think if he was though, he wouldn't say Shoryuken, he'd probably say like Dragon High.
Oh yeah.
Curious now. I'd like to see this stage back, just for like historical value.
Yeah. Also, why is the second round final?
Fire!
Like, what happens if he
saying
wins?
fight?
Oh.
It's not saying fight, it's saying fight. Fire! I think.
This thing.
That's my shampoo.
Oh god.
I love how, like,
Like they
I
took
want to see this
these.
dude back.
They took these awful moves and made it like a staple of the fighting game series or a genre. Like these wonk-ass moves, they made it work.
I love how, like, obviously, I mean, I'm not gonna like knock them because, you know, this isn't something you just think of, but I love how bad the HUD is. Like, how your eye's drawn.
Yeah.
Like, having two big bars that drain into the center just makes so much more sense than this, but if you hadn't made, you know, if you didn't have anything to work off, it's just like, well, yeah, it's two life bars, like, how else would I display them? Just seems so obvious in retrospect.
Yeah. It is weird just how, like, how right they got it on the sequel, you know? Like, almost everything.
That's the thing, yeah, like, it's easy to forget when we play so many fighting games, but it's kind of insane how good Street Fighter 2 is.
Yeah.
Really, honestly. I mean, I know, like, for us, it's, you know, it's boring and it's kind of vanilla, but it's kind of ridiculous. Just, oh, you punched one of the shurikens, okay. That's a good laugh. I mean, even Fatal Fury 1, which came out the same year, was, like, basically doing this. It was felt more like a sequel to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, doing the single-player campaign thing, which seems kind of odd in retrospect. It's like, oh, they realize, oh, it's actually way more fun to fight other people.
Yeah.
Because this is like a one-on-one kind of deal, and why not? Whereas Fatal Fury 1 was like, oh yeah, it's co-op. Like, what?
Well, these games took inspiration from, like, beat-em-ups, right? Like, that was already a thing?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they were, although this predates Final Fight 1.
Yeah.
I mean, Final Fight was supposed to be a sequel to this game. Before it became so different, they were like, no, this is something.
Oh, yeah.
Street Fighter 89, I think it was going to be called.
And then Street Fighter, was it Street Fighter 2010? That weird, like, platformer game?
Which wasn't a... Yeah, it was just... I think it was the American localization. Hey!
You're sick, birdie.
Well, what before? I was ill because I was sick. They actually used this theme in Alpha 1 or 2. So they were consistent with this.
Oh god. He's not blowing any bubbles.
So abrupt the changes there. But it's so different.
Yeah, they did a hell of a lot of things to this character.
You changed twice. It's like a Pokemon evolution. Changed his race and then they made him fat.
The natural evolution.
First his skin goes dark and then you get fat. That's what they think happens to English people.
It's such a weird choice, but I mean, it worked out for him because he stands out a lot now. But
yeah. Look what CVS2 had to work with.
going from CVS to this is like how far things have come.
You can have this matchup
Yeah.
in that game. Let's turn him into a Freddie Mercury reference because I don't know, he's English and he's got a mustache. The show must go on.
I like the timer just in the bottom left there.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the HUD. It's like, what? If that's not symmetrical, bothers the hell out of me.
Yeah.
No! Oh, different the stages are for the same country. You get like one down city, but you also have like a nice castle.
Spin.
Spin. Also, he's got a limp.
Oh god.
It's the attack in slow-mo, they pioneered that. Loose quotes.
They're all the same. It's sort of goofy. It's just a guy going, yeah, you're not that great, though. It's like, you beat me, but I mean, a million others could beat me, too.
But I suck. I don't think that's what he means, but I don't think that's what he's implying. I guess this stage technically came back in alpha.
Oh,
You know, by the virtue of it being a famous landmark.
Just kicked his ass.
That's why they didn't bring... He's the Leroy of this game. I was playing Tekken with my friend yesterday, and we have determined that, yeah, that character's kind of fucked up.
He's all fucked up in that shitty game.
He kind of is, like, we were just saying, my friend practiced him for about half an hour, and he was, like, going one-on-one with my king. He's like, I shouldn't be this good with this character without any decent practice. This is absurd. He was like doing 40% combos, and he's saying like, I'm not even like, I don't even know if this is optimal. This is just something I'm kind of winged. Let's talk about Lee though, the original Leroy. Lee was Leroy's master.
This is him before he got his Roy.
Yeah. That's so stupid. Got his boy. You've now obtained the right to use boy. I do like how many of these characters they brought back.
I wonder what part of Asia this is in.
The money exchanger.
I was just looking at the big Southeast Asia up there.
Oh, I couldn't see it because that well-designed HUD.
Ryu's got a red light.
The red light district.
Was that 2 hits?
Yeah, I mean, they really didn't expect people to be able to do those easily.
Those are like cheat codes back in the day.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know, but this is originally shipped with punch pads.
Oh,
I don't know if you know about that.
No.
So what it was the reason that... So, like, considering the era this was, like, 6 buttons was ridiculous.
Yeah.
They were like, no, like, that's way too many buttons, like, people aren't going to play that, considering a lot of games are, like, 1 or 2 buttons. So the idea was to have punch pads, and the harder you hit it would determine if you do a heavy or a medium, whatever.
Ah.
But they broke very quickly. They were just fucking slamming them as hard as they could.
They're like, yo, by the way, don't punch these.
I think people hit them with like baseball bats. So like, so make these buttons. But also it kind of explains the weird clunkiness of this game a lot, really.
Yeah.
So you're controlling this and you're actually punching something. Like, heavy does ridiculous damage because it's actually like physical effort to pull off. Also like Adon's moves here. And also he has no eyes. Got his eyes in alpha.
Oh, they're there. Kinda.
I can't stop laughing at Spike's little fucking Meldo videos.
Yes. Killed me in 2 moves. Funk that.
This music. The best part of this music is it has an arranged version.
I think I heard that at some point. I wonder why they didn't bring this back in Street Fighter 2. Okay.
That's pretty funny, yeah.
Did you say try again, kid? No.
I think we're cute. Ale. Ale.
I need some ale to get through this. Oh, is there a bomb?
What kind of fighting tournament is this? I've never seen that.
Wow.
I don't know, I planted a bomb. I mean, they haven't fully developed cigars, so they kind of de-emphasize this enthusiasm for bomb manufacturing.
You may have defused my bomb, but remember, there are many demolitionists like you all over the world.
That's right. I made a bomb.
Oh, good.
Do you even know how hard it is to get bomb-making instructions without the internet?
Wow.
Just look up making a bomb. That should be his new B skill. Like Dockwin Dark bombs. Roger.
That is totally a Street Fighter 2 cartoon thing, though.
Oh yeah.
Also, did that fireball do like 95% of his health?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Before they made these games.
There are no
Yeah,
longer
why?
other people like you all over the world.
You have killed the human race.
Birdie just looked disappointed.
I like this old tradition of showing the faces of the people you beat. Dang it, man! What have I told you about them 90% uppercuts?
Jeez.
This music. Innocent. No one's innocent. Yuki-saka's power? Why is it when everyone's dad's making stuff?
Radish.
Short arm. And James.
James, I tried.
What a dumb fucking game.
Oh, man.
It's one of those games that this is really important, but you'd never want to actually fucking play it.
When are these characters coming back?
Street Fighter 6.
Like, I'm pretty sure one is just Cody, but...
Who was the World Warrior?
Would be Ryu, wouldn't it? He's the guy who just keeps, like... Can't stand still.
Man, what a small bastard. Fuck this guy. Yeah, it's kind of... It's honestly kind of insane how much of an improvement this is.
Yeah.
It might be like one of those like best sequel ever kind of deals, because damn.
I mean, yeah.
It still got some weird jank to it, like how quickly it became busy.
Yeah.
That's what kind of why I wanted to look at Vanilla before Super.
Because how many precedents did this game set? You know? Like, even if it had been done in other games, like, no one ever realized how good all of these ideas were.
Yeah.
Or even came up with the ideas before Street Fighter 2.
It's like, hey, let's just make it completely symmetrical. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not perfect, but...
No, the announcer said it was perfect, so...
No. Don't listen to the announcer, he's a liar. There it is. Apparently that's because they got mixed up with like the Chinese translation. Also, there's a giant giraffe in Africa, did you know that? That's a weird little detail. Hey, it's that woman they took us through CVS too.
I don't really miss the, like, the panic music. Like, you only hear the character theme for, like, a second.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that probably seemed like a fun idea at the time.
Like, it worked a lot better in Killer Instinct whenever you had 2 life bars and the rounds lasted a bit longer. Jesus.
To be fair though, in this game, like, the AI is really cheap as well, so...
It's a good stage, too. Just, like, a lot
it's
going
well
on
done,
for...
Looks pretty good as well. She's She was crying.
I love her orange outfit.
Yeah, it's not like default. Yeah, because that is a default. It's weird. Yeah, because I don't think there are multiple colours. Because there's no mirror match.
Oh, yeah.
The only mirror match is Ken versus Ryu, who are literally clones in this game.
Right. I wonder if that Russian is like,
Actually,
yeah, is it legit or is it just like, I like the English there, just as BHNMA. I guess it's not actually English, but I have no idea what that says. Or like if that's supposed to be.
Oh, sorry. I never really looked at the stages before, but it's kind of an interesting setting for wrestling.
I've always been kind of confused by this stage. So I played not this version, but like it's like Turbo for the Super Nintendo, so I'm pretty familiar with a lot of this.
Oh, these.
Yeah.
It's only more interesting than punching those planks.
You just break a car with your feet.
Yeah, it's kind of a stupid thing to say, but I guess this also did the Street Fighter 3 thing of only bringing back 2 characters. Oh no, Sagatsen is. Nah, never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Still,
It's kind of weird they brought back the final boss of Street Fighter 1 is just kind of like us, like the first sub-boss.
I think he's penultimate boss.
Oh yeah, no, Balrog's first. Yeah.
Did you know that there's totally Q in the background there? It's like a reference.
I mean, knowing the weird things they've done with Q, I wouldn't have even been surprised.
It's just a guy in a trench coat and a hat. Like,
yeah.
Talking about. He's totally Q. They totally reference.
You know, back in fucking the early '90s, they're like, yeah, what we need is a character with a robot face.
Yeah, let's foreshadow that because this game's gonna be a huge hit. We'll do it in like 8 years. That's another thing as well, like how... Like to me, like a game released 10 years ago still seems relatively modern, but then you get this and then you get Third Strike at the end of the decade, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big turnaround. Oh, this stage is in 5 right now.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it, but... Well, I've seen it, but not in game.
Yeah. I got this!
Oh, do I slip? Yes, you be true.
Some punch projectile in Street Fighter 1, I can do it too.
So they never explain how that's animated, right?
No.
This place is haunted?
It's a big TV screen.
Oh, I know what it is. Each brick is actually like an individual TV, you know, when they used to do that.
Oh, yeah. I've got the ones with the rounded edges. Yeah, they're just...
Little TVs.
I love the water just like... It doesn't just drip over the side, like, all of it starts coming out, and then it just kind of retreats back in. It's like, ah, oh, never mind.
I guess the stage are kind of react to the fight.
None of the fighters are looking at each other. They're just kind of looking either, like, at me or off to the side, like, awkwardly. It's like
Let's cauliflower head. Oh yeah, they changed Gal's voice because he was voiced by the announcer, but when they changed the announcer, they redubbed him for some reason. I never liked his second voice. It sounds alright here, but then there was like Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom.
Yeah, it sounds like a wuss. Yeah, I got sick of that stupid girls theme meme, but in all fairness, like, music in this game is also like really good, like,
I like the soundtrack a
better
lot.
than it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as good as Street Fighter was. Doom 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 doom. There's all really good themes, and they all kind of encapsulate the characters pretty well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Considering how diverse they are. They should have remixed Scott's theme though. I would always get like all these apart from one.
Right.
I'd always like miss just the one. I'd be like, ugh. Not just this game, like any game it appears in.
No, for me it's always like I do really good, and then I'd make one mistake, and it would just like be a domino effect, and everything would go to hell.
I do well, but then like it'll be literally one I miss every time.
Damn. Count how many times Cap and/or Com appears in the backgrounds of this game.
It's a reference to the grooves from CVS2.
Oh, okay.
Blanca always stood out massively here.
Yeah, it's Blanca and Delson to me. Like even as a kid, I was just like, why are these like really weird characters in what is otherwise just like just kind of dudes fighting? You know what I mean?
Dawson's at least human.
Yeah, but he still has like some weird superhuman stuff going on.
Yeah, I think Blanca at least sticks out on this.
Oh, for
Also,
sure.
if you're Brazilian, this is your country's event.
I mean,
good monster man.
I mean, I was cool with it. I thought he was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You know, as a Brazilian myself, which
is monster man. Jimmy.
They never, like, offered an actual explanation for what he is, did they?
Yes, they did. Haven't you seen the movie? It was Charlie. He went in the machine.
Yeah.
Who the hell are these guys? I thought I was finished.
Fucking these names.
I love how even more blatant it is. There's Tyson.
Yeah.
That video recently, they showed Tyson Balrog, and he just went and oh, hey, that's pretty cool. The fear of a lawsuit, and you only just heard about it like a year ago.
Right.
His response was just like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I just will never understand the decision to be like, well, instead of just changing his name, let's swap everyone around.
Yeah.
It's funny because I do like the way the names ended up. Like, why did they do that?
It just kind of makes sense to me though. Like Vega definitely seems like a Vega.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and it sounds vaguely more Spanish. Even if that wasn't the intention.
It does, yeah.
And Bison's kind of a funny one, but I mean Bison, if you actually think about the animals like there.
Yeah. It's one of those things, like, I think it just works just because we're so used to it.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I was thinking about how, the names of video game consoles are generally all pretty stupid when you actually think about them, but you just get used to them.
Yeah. Of course, the one character was like a stage gimmick.
Yeah, right? That's like the one carryover from these sort of single-player focused ones. Getting fucked. Finish him!
I love that generic sound that everyone has.
I like the neon kind of strip at the bottom. What the hell's that?
The perfectly mirrored dancers.
Yeah, I was a little with the guitarist as well.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of throws it off is the parallax behind them.
Still pretty neat otherwise, though.
We're not really seeing a lot of these characters in action.
No.
Oh man, he's going to unlock Shenlong at the end. I heard if you get all perfects and then do the button combination on a Tuesday, you get to fight. You get to fight Sub-Zero.
I heard so many of those for Smash
Oh,
Bros.
this one!
Oh god.
I forgot about this one. This one never came back.
Yeah, but say I don't remember this. Oh god. Ill-advisory.
Will burn you, by the way.
Also,
Dribbles.
this takes place in a part of Zangief's stage. It's now in the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of got away with that for Ken's like stage. This one's just weird. That guy drinking his vodka.
But the barrel's get its own background. I don't know why.
Don't forget, there are many guys like you all over the world. I can't wait to defuse this latest bomb.
Damn it!
That minigame, please not.
Oh Jesus!
Don't forget, there are many bombs just like this one.
The next time we play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, we have to talk like that the entire time.
That's tough poster. Now don't forget to tell me, what color is the button?
I like the UI is behind the tree there.
Yeah, that's like when you get one of those Mugen stages and the layers all
Yeah.
right with the characters. I never noticed that. I think they got rid of that tree though, just because it is a little too intrusive.
Yeah.
I do like the tree, but yeah. Oh, I just realised, because of the way the character's select screen was set up, it looks like this is the final boss, because they haven't shown Bison yet.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just like, they showed 3 sub-bosses, and you think, oh, he was the boss of the last game.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no, you have to fight like a Nazi. You have to fight that dude from Gunstar Heroes. Nice flesh-colored teeth.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little. I mean, it makes sense going from Sagat to this. This is the only time it's made sense for his final stage to be in Thailand. Like, nothing against Thailand, but it just seems kind of a little random for.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Bison Thai? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't actually know where he's from.
I think it's deliberately vague. Beat him too quickly.
Yeah, wow.
It's got the high score thing at the very top there. That's pretty retro. I think Street Fighter V is the first game without an actual point system, because they're just like, who cares? So I think it's in 4.
It might be in the arcade mode. I forget, though.
I think even that's just time-based. I think they just scrapped points altogether.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, you gotta like work out how many points each of these are worth and bonuses? It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, a fighting game, like, I don't mind score-based games, but a fighting game's got way too much RNG to, like, really...
Yeah.
This.
One line of text, that's all we got. Alright.
I guess it was an actual tournament Bison was holding. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And it looks like they were in like a park. I'm bored of fighting.
He's shooting lasers out of his eyes. Nice sun, though.
I do like this ending, I've got to be honest. For as flat of a character as he is, I do kind of like...
He's got an alright
Yeah,
kind of
it is.
gimmick to him, where he's just like, you know, on to the next fight. on the next challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense with fighting game players as well, you know?
Yeah. It's just weird how long Street Fighter's been going. Oh my god. Like, how long Street Fighter's been going, but, like, he didn't ever get, like... Like, they do, like, Eva Ryu, but I don't care about that. Oh, Bison, make
shit,
the
Bison
game.
move. Look at these digitized images. What a freaking rip-off Mortal Kombat. Who? Oops, unusually brief.
Yeah.
First game had longer credits. Japan AM and Japan PM.
Oh shit. This video's gonna get taken down. That's a MIDI sound font.
Who's that?
Gave me the hand.
Is that what he calls it?
Grandmaster Challenge.
Is it Japanese version? No,
It might be. That sounds off.
Well, that's a significant. That's literally double this monster.
Yep. With 4 of them just being playable now. Wait, so... I don't know what's going on with this video.
What's wrong with it?
Is this still the demo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so the demo just included, like, a character select? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. This is funny. Oh, I've planted another bomb! The artwork is, like, significantly upgraded.
Yeah.
Still, like, generally the same stances and poses, but... I don't like this announcer as much.
Yeah. Sonic Boom! I mean...
Where's Q? We took him out because the secret. This is a lot more reasonable in terms of damage output.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Most this fight doesn't go like
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're actually different in this game.
Yeah.
These fire sprites are new. Man, I'm not saying they're in
they're
this
not in the
version.
last one?
No,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Well, all the sprites are new. Like, if you actually do side by side, then the sprites actually look quite a bit better.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell from these videos, but they are like quite a bit higher res. Also, the first game was CPS 1. This is CPS 2 1.
Oh, right.
But yeah, this is the same hardware as the alpha games.
It's amusing me how much this sound font reminds me of, like the later Mega Man X games on the SNES, but it's not the same console, so...
I always love the reasoning for why does it say maximum on his leg.
Why does it say that? I forget.
Think about it. Well, if it says something else, right, and he jumps to the other side of the screen...
Oh, right. It mirrors.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, man.
I actually like that, the thought they put into that.
Yeah.
Whereas Sigat's missing eye just depends on which way he's facing. But then they made a character entirely based around showing off an asymmetrical spine. Great.
It wasn't even an asymmetrical sprite, it was just a palette effect, but...
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, they're no Batman Forever, so
Yeah.
clearly ahead of the times. And at some point, they just started. Bless you. They just started coloring Dawson just whatever color they wanted.
Yeah. I don't know, I always found the light blue palette he had like quite memorable for some reason.
Yeah. Cammy is a character.
Sure. She exists.
She's kind of dumb, and then they did a lot of weird things with her characters, like story-wise.
Yeah.
Because like every Street Fighter game is like a prequel, I think.
The timelines, I think. We'll get into it if you want. I think it's Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter Alpha, which is a series, then Street Fighter 2, then 4, 5, 3.
I thought 3 came before all of them.
3? No, 3's like dead last.
Huh.
3's the distant future.
I don't know, it's...
That's why it's like a new generation of fighters.
I suppose that does make sense, but...
It's 1, then Alpha,
Yeah.
then 2. And then the 4 and 5 was sandwiched in there because people really like the cast from 2. And they sort of take timeline into consideration, like, kinda like Sakura's quite a bit older now, but she still looks like a teenager, but it's just she's older. And Alex, they make a big point of making Alex young. But,
Oh yeah.
man, I love Tony Hawk.
Damn it. I've never thought of that. They brought back like every character from this game before, didn't they?
Yeah, eventually, yeah. It's kind of well, like extremely fan servicey game. Something to see his 360s would be cool.
It's interesting to me how like the characters that are just going to be in like every Street Fighter game are the original Street Fighter 2 cast, basically.
Mm.
It's like not even any of the newcomers. Although, I mean, Cammy was in a lot of them, but...
I think literally every character from this is in 4, so...
Yeah.
I was already doing the thing. It's funny how this is like way more of an actual fight though compared to the last game we watched. This isn't like 3 hits and a dizzy and a finishing blow.
So yeah, I gave him some trouble.
I do think the last video they must have toned down the AI or the player was exploiting it because that game is not easy.
Right.
No cross up.
Oh yeah, there's like super moves.
Yeah, that's why it's called Super.
Just so unfamiliar with this version of the game, which is kind of funny.
Actually, the game actually tracks like combo damage as well.
Oh yeah. Jesus. Okay.
I don't know if that was. I don't think that was actually a combo though, because I think you can only count 3 hits, the stun being 1.
Oh yeah.
You wussy sounding guile.
To match the narrator, I guess.
Yeah. No, exactly. And
And boom.
I do like the stories of like the urban legends around these games. Like Guile has handcuffs because of a glitch.
Oh jeez.
And like a pre-internet age as well. Like if you could pull that off, it'd be probably pretty exciting.
Yeah.
The internet's kind of spoiled a lot of things. Like I remember hearing like rumors about playing as Devil in Tekken 1, and it's like, oh, is it true? Is it not? It was in a magazine, yeah, but is it like, even if it's in a magazine, doesn't mean it's true, because, you know,
Oh yeah.
half the magazines had like cheat codes that didn't do anything.
Right.
But in the internet age, it's just like, oh no, we can just prove it. Like, oh.
I feel like that's.
I mean, as a kid, like, it's kind
Yeah.
of like you couldn't do Reptile now. God knows they tried, but
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
it's not the same. And even if it's like literally hidden, like some data miner will get it out.
You have to get like creative to have stuff like that happen. Like, and even then, like if you do like a sneaky update or something, you'd have somebody like looking into the files, be like, "Oh, look what they just added."
Oh yeah. Payday did that, didn't they? With the secret ending, they actually did it as DLC, so it literally wasn't in the game for anyone to peek at.
Oh yeah, yeah. With the entirety of this game's soundtrack in Smash Brothers.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah, I honestly don't get that. It's not like Canon and you haven't had this share of decent themes, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Alpha 3, you know, it's plenty to use. It's just like, no, Street Fighter 2.
I get the feeling that, like, considering the differences in how they handled something like that versus how they handled Terry's music, that it's probably based on, like, the developers or the people they're borrowing from.
Yeah.
Because SNK, it seemed like they're just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Arr.
I've got all my teeth.
Like how we keep... Discussions of Smash Bros. Keep cropping up just because of...
How many... Oh, cover every franchise, so.
Yeah. I've never heard this voice.
Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, I guess that, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Fight me like that again, I'll bite your ear off.
There's also the weird thing where, like, he is based on a character from Street Fighter 1. Like, he's just Mike.
Oh, Mike?
Yeah, Mike from Street Fighter 1.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, now he's Balrog, because fuck it.
I don't know if he's literally the same person, they're always a little ambiguous like that.
I want to say that he is, just because it would make sense. I mean, he is Mike.
Yeah.
Mike Bryson.
It's an interesting palette.
Yeah. Still got the mirror dancers.
Yeah. Again, if this is high res video, you can notice more. The sprites are generally just a lot better. Jesus.
He's got like a really fast jump.
Got all of this theme.
Yeah. And now it's all fast.
Yeah. Whoops. It's not only that it goes. Not only does it go fast, but it also, you know, it starts again.
Yeah. I feel like that is a big shame just because of how good the music actually is.
Yeah. Oh.
Why are they all covered in orange paint anyway?
This dumbass. Yeah, I think that tree's gone, isn't it?
He blew it up.
Yeah. Okay, another chance to use my box. That's canonically his voice now. It's a possible mod Street Fighter 5 like fatal dialogue with that. Well, you don't charge me for. I do like his multi-hitting.
Yeah.
So that's pretty.
Now he's just a ripoff of Joe. I'm trying to remember where that came up. Or I might be thinking of the Gan Ryu thing where they were like, oh, he's just a ripoff of E Honda. Because they both got released in like around the same time.
It took me a second to think what you meant. I was like, oh, Tekken 1 was a few years after this. So what, 3 years difference, 2 years?
Jeez.
I just realised how odd odds his voice is compared to his actual, like he's an intimidating looking dude, but he's like, Tiger!
Yeah, but he also has like, his wind pose, he just...
Yeah, I feel that going for.
No, oh.
Who the hell is that? I know
Stole his hat.
Chinese, dude. This guy doesn't have a name.
They didn't even give him like a small portrait. This character even finished, fuck.
Yeah, I do like this theme. Yeah, this is kind of how I was introduced to Akuma, which, you know, is a lot better than just pressing up and next.
I don't think I've ever seen this, actually. Like, in its original context. Especially, like, if you had already played the other versions, you know? Then suddenly see, like, oh, by the way, there's just a new final boss. Comes in out of nowhere, that's pretty cool.
I mean, cause I just didn't show him on the fucking intro.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it wasn't for that, it'd be like... Can you imagine, like, just reaching this and be like, what the hell's, like, evil Ryu? Basically what he is.
I just realized, too, that his most, like, signature move is just based on that intro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna forget that, but yeah. It just comes out of nowhere and just demolishes the final expecting. The air fireball is pretty crazy for this game as well.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
There's 2 of them as well.
And he can teleport in this game, right?
He did it before.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Nice. I like how old this game is. There's a guy from Tekken in it.
Bison, get off the stand.
You lost, you idiot. This game's like a remake of a game that was still kind of new.
Yeah?
Where's the park?
No, they're just standing in a skybeam.
Man, he looks very Asian there, more so than usual. Oh
Yeah.
wow, that looks way better.
Oh yeah.
They should have like referenced this at some point, like make it like his wind pose or something. He just walks off. This is depends on the size of the stage. You can only do so much.
Yeah.
Oh, they added this, but okay. He's
Birdie?
carrying Birdie, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a picture, alright. Oh, we're doing this silly.
Is it just an AI fight?
Sure, but it's like locked.
I don't know.
No, I mean like this.
Yeah.
They call it. There's no scrolling.
Oh man, Q did the character designs.
Ah.
He was all over Street Fighter 2, man. Good old Angus.
There's all these Japanese developers. I'm Angus.
Ah!
I've never seen these credits before.
Yeah. The ultimate fight.
The ultimate rival. I can't picture these two fighting. That was a fight at the end there. Oh god.
Thank you for
See you,
that. He's a little Akuma.
You my daddy. That was fun.